Hi, you guys. This is JJ. Today I'm doing a spiritual reading. I'm burning a little bit of Palo Santo just to kind of cleanse the energy here. So, in the meantime, while this is burning and smoking up a little bit, I want you guys to pick either option 1, 2, or 3. This will be a spiritual reading. So, this is a type of reading where you're not going to hear what you want. This is just what spirit feels that you guys need to hear at this time. These are general, of course. If you would like a more personalized reading, then you can always purchase one in my website. Or you can email me and we can make arrangements there. Thank you to all of you who have purchased a reading with me. I am grateful for every single one of you. Thank you very much. And I think those are all my announcements. If you hear the wind chimes in the background, that's just music, soothing music to help me relax a little bit and connect with the energies. So we have option 1, 2, and 3. And let's see what comes out. So option 1. So for option 1, we have Temperance. Okay, so there is some type of healing taking place here. Or you might be connecting with the Sagittarius for some of you, or you are maybe a Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm getting very strongly heart chakra healing here. I'm also hearing that spirit guides are very much with you at this time in your life. I don't know, we'll look at the rest of the cards, but I'm picking up that there are a lot of spirit guides and angels around you at this time. And I feel like they're stepping in your life right now because you are going through major healing. The Temperance card is after the Death card. So there has been, or you're undergoing through major transformation. And so I feel right now the spirit is saying to tell you that you are not alone, that they are there with you, they're holding your hand, they're helping you heal something in your life at this time. Again, it might be with the Sagittarius, you might be a Sagittarius, or just Archangel Gabriel has been showing up a lot for you recently if you connect with the archangels. If you don't, then any other spirit guides that you connect with. Maybe you're seeing a lot of repeating numbers. I know I've seen a lot of them. And Archangel Michael has been popping up like crazy for me. And usually when I get Archangel Michael, I know there's some cutting, some releasing that needs to let go, some fears that I need to let go of. So depending on which archangel is showing up for you, you can research it, or you can always get a reading, whether with me or with anybody else that you would like, to kind of see what the angels are trying to tell you at this time. The other card that we have here is the Five of Cups. Okay, yeah, there is fives are always changes, and these are difficult changes. These are changes that are not easy to deal with, changes that you need to kind of go through at this time in order to for your life to heal in some aspect. Okay, because when we see a 5, usually is the angels are telling you that a change needs to happen, and if you don't make these changes, then the Tower steps in. But here I'm feeling like you're being guided to make these changes, and some of you, you're healing this. It's interesting because the 5 of Cups, you have these 3 cups that have spilled, and then you have the 2 cups here, and the angel is holding 2 cups there. So to me, this is telling me that the angels are trying to get you to get out of this sadness, this feeling of not being loved, of not being enough, of sadness, of regret, of remorse, or maybe even you are mourning something, whether this is, like I said, a change in your life, something you had to let go of, whether this is a person, a place, or a thing, doesn't matter, but you're healing that. Now spirit is telling you, okay, you've been in this energy for too long, now you need to turn around and see these 2 cups here, see what else we have to offer you. And the angels are like, I feel they're mixing things together in order to create something unique for you. They're trying to get your attention. And I feel like it's taking you a little bit of time to notice them. And I feel like the angels are telling me to tell you that they're there. They haven't left you. They're not, you know, ignoring you. They're there. It's just you have to kind of get out of this, make the effort to get out of this energy and see the opportunities that are right there in front of you. Actually, the angels are holding them for you. They're like telling you, hey, we're here. Do you see us? Do you hear us? Um, why aren't you paying attention? We're trying to show you the road here with the road. We're trying to show you the road. Okay, you might be in between worlds here because this angel has 1 feet in land and 1 feet in water. So you might be in between worlds where you don't know where to go, and maybe the angels are signaling you, hey, you need to go down this path. Don't go down the other path. Maybe you went down the wrong path in the past. And Spirit is saying that's okay. Every lesson, every wrong choice is a lesson learned. There is no wasted time, wasted energy. Time is only for us, right? It's a concept that we invented. Essentially, we are always on time. We are never late. Nothing is ever late. Things are always on time. We are the ones that feel so much pressure by society or people around us that we should be doing this, or our life should be looking like this by the age of 30, by the age of 50, by the age of 20. And that is human invented. That is not something that the angels or your spirit guides or the universe goes by. Okay, to them there is no time. So things will always be on time. What is yours is meant to come to you. And it's never going to be late. Okay? Now let's see the other cards. We have Master Healing number 33. So maybe you have been really seeing this number. And this number 33, or just the threes in general, whether you see 3,333, 333, or just a lot of threes in your day-to-day, know that 333s to me are ascended masters. Also is the spirit, the Holy Trinity. Okay, so just know that there are a lot of spirit guides around you. They're everywhere. I feel like you're very much connected to this higher realm and you're aware of it. It's just you're not wanting to acknowledge it for some reason. Maybe you're discarding it. You're like, oh, it's just my imagination, or oh, that can't be true. Like, what am I thinking? Or maybe you're just overwhelmed by your everyday things, or overwhelmed by the sadness that you are feeling. And Spirit is saying you have to, make the effort to get out of that. They're trying to show you the way. Also, I want you to see how the astrology is playing a big role in your life at this time. I feel like something's going on astrologically that is very significant in your chart. Maybe a stellium, maybe right now with the Venus retrograde, maybe a Saturn return, something big is going on in your chart. And I feel like if you look at your chart as a whole, or if you go to an astrologer, I feel like the key lies there, the answer lies there. Okay, I don't know who that was for, but that just came out. So this card also talks about, your soul wanting to be free, your soul wanting to fly. Okay, and I feel like Spirit is telling you yes. And you feel it. You feel this yearning, but you're so trapped in this sadness, in this, I don't want to say crying over spilled milk, but I just said it right. So, because I don't want to say that your pain doesn't count. I don't want to be saying like, oh, you're dwelling in nothing. No. You know why you're in this pain and this energy here, depression even. And I'm not trying to say that it's, it's silly. Because only you know why you're in this energy. But Spirit's really trying to tell you and nudge you to try to make an effort to get out of it. They're there with you, helping you, kind of like picking you up, guiding you out of that situation. This card also talks about that you need to stop living up to other people's expectations. There is a big emphasis here. Spirit is saying the reason why you feel like this, and maybe you don't even know why you feel like this. Maybe you're just, you're in your head, you're like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I have my career, I'm married, I have kids, I have this, I did this, but yet I feel like this. And Spirit is saying the reason why you feel like that is because You're trying to live up to other people's expectations and not what your heart is yearning for. So basically, you're living your life based on what other people want from you instead of what your heart and your soul is telling you that they need and they yearn for. So they're saying, pay attention to that. Are you living a life that is authentic to you, or are you living a life that your parents want you to live, or that your husband wants you to live, or whomever in your society? Spirit is saying that some of you are scared. You're scared of the answer to something. I feel like the Spirit is saying, we're here to guide you. We're right here, right in front of you. But I feel like you're scared to look at what Spirit is telling you, the signs that they're giving you, because you're scared of the answer. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but I feel like some of you are scared to know the answer to something. You're open. I mean, you're open to, you're very much connected. The threes are also that. Mind, spirit, and body, they're connected. So you're able to tap into this, higher self, this higher consciousness, to connect with the Ascended Master, with your angels, with your guides. But it's like some of you are scared to kind of see what lies beyond that. Maybe you're scared to know if you've been on the right path or not. Just to let you know, Spirit's never gonna be like, you did wrong, shame on you. They're never gonna do that. They're very loving. They're loving energy. Okay, if you ever go to a reader and a reader is telling you like, you did the wrong choice, shame on you, and they're like putting you down, and they're not coming from a loving source. A loving source will tell you, yeah, you went down the wrong path, but it is okay. It's not wasted time. You've learned something. You can always correct, right? If you get lost, you can always ask for help. They're your GPS right here. They're just one prayer away. For others of you, you're scared of an outcome to something. Maybe you're scared because of what you had to let go. Like I said, this major transformation in your life. You're like, oh wow, where do I go from now? This was my everything, or this was what you held so dear to, like a comfort, like a quilt, like the comfort that comforted you. And now you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? You feel completely vulnerable. And Spirit is saying you're not. Yeah, you may feel it. You may feel vulnerable. And yeah, maybe you are a little bit raw. But there are people here to guide you. Whether this is Ascended Masters, however you wish to call them. Also, some of you have this dream, this idea, this aspiration of what you want to do with your life. But some of you do not want to go after it, and I feel like it's because of this Five of Cups energy. It's like, will I fail again? Or, because this is emotions, cups are emotions, so whether you feel like you're not emotionally ready, or you feel like you're gonna let someone down. But Spirit is saying there is a reason why this dream or this idea was implemented in your heart and your soul. Only you can manifest this dream. Nobody else can do it for you. Only you can. Let's look at your last card. We have Celebration. Such a beautiful card. So this here is telling me that, hold on, let me try to move these here. So this here is telling me that you need to celebrate your life a little bit more. And I feel like that is the main message of this reading, is that Spirit is saying you need to get out of this energy here, the Five of Cups energy, and step into a more happy, joyous energy. They're saying that You need to celebrate every milestone that you have accomplished. Every single one. Not even how tiny it is. Think of a baby. When a baby, if you're a parent, you will know that when your baby first walks or just goes up the sofa or just stands up for a couple of seconds, how you celebrate it, right? And it might be insignificant things to some people. They might be like, oh my God, he just stood up. But think of it like that. Like, even how, doesn't matter how small or silly you think a milestone in your life is, celebrate it. Be happy about it. Celebrate it, okay? I'm also hearing you have to celebrate who you are. Also, Spirit is saying you have accomplished a lot of things in your life, but you're always postponing the celebration to when is a better day, when you have more money, when you have more time, when you have more reasons to celebrate. And Spirit is saying celebration is the energy of gratitude. So that's what I'm saying. Celebrate every little milestone, every little step that you take, because that you're stepping into gratitude, the energy of gratitude. And when you step into that energy, Spirit is able to bring more to you, more abundance, more manifestations to you, because you're emanating from a grateful energy, from a gratitude energy. Regardless, if you can take anything from this reading, is you are healing from whatever this is that was making you sad, that was making you unhappy. Whether this is in a relationship, maybe with a Sagittarius, or you are in the relationship, or you are a Sagittarius, or any aspect of your life, you are healing. The Ascended Masters, the angels, are with you, and they're telling you, don't worry, you'll find more reasons to celebrate very soon. In the meantime, celebrate every milestone in your life. And your angel message is tenderness. Yes, be tender with yourself. Be gentle with yourself while you're going through this process. Don't judge yourself. Don't fall into this Five of Cups energy, because the moment you start judging yourself or telling yourself, I should have known better, I should have I should have known better. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I should have known better. I shouldn't have done this. The minute you do that, you're stepping back into the Five of Cups energy. And we don't want to do that. The angels want to get you out of that. Okay? So be gentle with yourself. Love. Aww. So love every aspect of yourself. Love who you are. Love your journey. Love everything about yourself. Love the situation that you are in. And have tender love for yourself. Or for the person who's hurt you, or the situation that hurt you. Or whatever it is that put you in this Five of Cups energy. Send love to them or to that situation. And again, love who you are. Celebrate who you are. You are healing. Your relationships are healing as well. Your love for yourself is healing. So that was it for number one. I mean, I could continue forever with the reading, but we'll leave it at that. It's already 20 minutes into the reading. So thank you very much for watching. And now to option 2. Okay, for option 2, we have the Lovers. Okay, so maybe a relationship, maybe a choice, maybe we'll see what you're dealing with here. Maybe with the Gemini and the King of Cups. Okay, so maybe in a relationship with a water sign, or you may be a water sign, or you're making a choice in regards to love about a water sign. For some of you, I feel like this is a marriage. You're married to a water sign. For others of you, this is speaking of a love healing, love relationship. Let's look at your other cards. Family of light. Okay, number 17. Number 17 in the major arcana, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's the Star card. The Star card is all about wish fulfillment, right? Wish fulfillment, healing. Yeah, it's a Star card. It's wish fulfillment. It's essentially being your true self, being okay with who you are. And I feel like some of you who picked number 2 are learning to be yourself in a relationship. Maybe before it was very hard for you to show your true colors in a relationship because of fear of what the other person would think of you, or of feeling unloved. I'm also picking up here with the family of light. There is this energy of being the odd one in the family. That's what this card is about. This card is about feeling like the weirdo. I'm not meaning to laugh at you. It's just, because I just reminded myself that that's what I was called in my family. I was always called the weirdo. JJ, you're such a weirdo. So maybe some of you felt like that in your family. Maybe you had a family that was so different than what you thought. Had different beliefs. And you always felt different. You felt like you didn't fit in for some reason. And I'm feeling like now you're starting to see why you didn't fit in. And I feel like it has to do with a relationship. I'm also getting here that there is some father healing that needs to be addressed and healed. Maybe a father was absent in your childhood. Maybe a water sign father, or just you needed their nurturing, you needed their... I'm also hearing someone is seeking the reason why this person was not in your life. Why this person didn't seek you, like didn't try to look for you, didn't make the effort. That's what I'm hearing. I'm feeling like this father could have had alcoholic tendencies, could have had some type of psychological illness, or could have just been dealing with alcoholism or drugs or anything like that, something like that. And I feel like Spirit is saying you have to understand the purpose of his absence. I feel like his absence was not really, and I'm not trying to excuse anybody here, please don't batter me for this, okay? If it applies, it applies, and if it doesn't, just let it go. But I feel like this person's addiction to whatever substance they were in, and I'm picking up alcohol because of the cup here, didn't really allow them to step up as their role as a father. Whether they were there, but they were so much into their addiction that they didn't really play their role how they should have, or they were completely out of the picture because of their, like, your mother decided to just raise you on your own, and your father just wasn't there for you as a child because their addiction was stronger. Okay, and I feel like some of you are, Spirit is telling me to tell you that you need to understand the reason why they were absent, and see it from a love-based, not more of a resentful. Maybe your whole life you resented this person, I'm hearing hated this person, or you blamed this person for your circumstances in life. That is what I'm feeling. Like all your life you felt like a victim of your circumstances, but Spirit is saying no. You have to understand your father's absence here. And for some of you, I feel like this childhood thing, wound or experience has transpired to your relationship. And we tend to do that. You know, if you look at it as psychological aspect, we always tend to do that, right? They always say we marry our parents subconsciously or our mothers. And unless you're really, really aware, which maybe most of you are, that's why you are spiritual beings and you're in a higher consciousness watching these videos. Maybe you're becoming aware of that. You're becoming aware of how that has played a big role in your relationship. And now that is healing, or you want to heal that. And Spirit is saying the way to heal it is by you forgiving your father, forgiving his absence, forgiving yourself for feeling like a victim in the circumstances when you were not. Actually, this was an experience for you to empower yourself and to show yourself how strong you are. When we come into this world, we have soul contracts. And these soul contracts specify what we are here to experience. And sorry, I'm burning a little bit of Palo Santo because this is getting really deep. So we make a contract on what we want to experience. So basically, everything that you experience here, like major things, it's because you have a soul contract with these people, with these situations. So Spirit is saying, try to understand the lesson learned there, okay? For some of you. For others of you, this is your mother. Okay, this is your mother who was not there for you. And again, the same thing applies. Try to understand the absence of your parents not being there, with whether this is your father or a mother, but I was picking up more on a father here. Spirit is also saying to tell you that this childhood pain has helped you become a child of love, because I feel like as a child you didn't get the love that you wanted, the nurturing, the compassion, the love, the unconditional love of a parent. For some reason, I don't know why I'm picking that up. I feel like that helped you become expansive to new ways of love. And maybe, you know, you've experienced some shitty some really bad experiences, right? Because we, as a child, when you don't get what you need, especially love, which is a very important thing for a child, we want to remain open to anybody, right? We want to seek that validation. We want to seek that love basically anywhere because we're hungry for it. And I feel like maybe that has gotten you into really bad situations in the past. People that didn't deserve your love, people that were not the best example of love, okay? That can go in many different paths, many different samples, and I'm not gonna say every single one of them, but you know, maybe you've had bad relationships because you wanted to feel loved. Maybe God forgive, and you know, you confused abused for love, things like that, you know. But Spirit is saying that because you remain so expansive and you were always seeking love, you've become this child of love. You now know the definition of an expansive family. That family is not always based on blood. It's who you have this bond with and who you connect with and who you share this unconditional love with. You know that family is people loving you exactly for who you are, right? and you loving them for exactly who you are. And maybe you've met the person now. Maybe you're in a relationship that has taught you that. Or maybe you're barely realizing that. They're like, hey, you know, I wasn't a victim of my childhood pain. I wasn't a victim from my parent. Actually, this has taught me this. And now you're able to see, because these aren't bad cards. So I feel like you've healed that, or you've noticed that, and now you're able to have a healthy relationship because of that. You know, Spirit is saying because of whatever that experience was in love, whether this was in childhood for some of you, for others of you could have been as adults. Spirit is saying you've always remained open to love, and you found now the one. You found your soulmate. You found the person which you can call family. And this could be people outside of you. Spirit is just saying, remember that whatever you've gone through, it's to empower you as a soul, right? It's to help you grow. And Spirit is also saying, and they're telling me, like, they're screaming in my ear. But hold on. The last card before I forget. We have Eggshell, midwife. Yeah, so some of you are ready to get married with someone, maybe with this water sign here. But regardless, Spirit is saying that they're screaming in my ear, stop trying to fit in. And I feel like this goes back to that childhood thing. Maybe you were always, like I said, the odd one, the weird one. And you've been trying your whole life, trying to fit in to different types of family or different types of friends or different types of relationships because you never fitted in. So you're like, I have to fit in somewhere, right? Reminds me a lot of Aquarius energy. Maybe that's why I said the star. Because Aquarius, even if they always try to fit in, they will never fit in. They're not meant to fit in. They're meant to stand out. They're meant to be unique individuals. And I'm not saying that we are not all unique individuals. We are all. But Aquarius finds it very difficult. And they always have this like need to try to fit in when they're not mature enough. But once they mature, they notice like, hey, I'm not meant to fit in. I'm never going to fit in no matter how hard I try. Okay, that is the major lesson of an Aquarius person. My son is an Aquarius rising, and especially as a rising Aquarius, it's very hard because you always try to fit in and you mold yourself to fit in into your friends, into something. And it's something that I always have to remind my son, like, hey, you know, why do you want to fit in? Like Dr. Seuss says, right? Why do you want to fit in when you were meant to stand out? Like, why? So maybe that may be the case. You've been living your life that way, trying to fit in into this category, into that category. And Spirit is saying, don't try to fit in. Trust that you are where you are meant to be, and you are who you are meant to be. And I feel like by you not fitting in and accepting yourself and loving yourself for who you are, you're either found your soulmate already, or you're going to very, very soon. Or if you're questioning if this water sign or this Gemini is your soulmate, the answer is yes, they are. And they might be from totally different, you know, backgrounds from you, concepts. And as I said, that is 3333 on my thing. So, you know, you guys are mirroring each other. And that is beautiful. Also, I'm getting someone out there adopted a child or are planning of adopting a child. And Spirit is saying, you gave a home to a child who needed love and affection. And they are very proud of you for doing that. And I'm also hearing here that some of you were adopted. And Spirit is saying, be thankful for that, for the people who opened their homes to you, even if they weren't blood family, even if they were a family of light. Okay? That is what I have for you guys. I hope that made sense. Remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Oh, I forgot these. Sorry. Faith. Okay, so have faith. I'm really sorry. So have faith in whatever is going on in your life. Keep the faith. Remember, you are not a victim. And, oh, you got the blank one. So where are things headed? You're not meant to know at this time. That is the unknown card. That is a blank card. You're not meant to know. Just have faith. And where you are going to essentially will lead you to your soul family, to the kindred spirits, to your soulmate. And remember, you're not meant to fit in for a reason. So thank you very much for watching. And now to option 3. Option 3, we have, let's see what's going on. The 8 of Swords. Okay, why are you feeling stuck? There's an energy of feeling stuck here. You're feeling stuck, you're feeling trapped, you're feeling like you can't move, you don't know where to go, you don't know where you're headed, you don't know anything at this time. But with the 8 of Swords here, it's all in your mind. You're not really trapped. You're trapped in your own fears, in your own perceptions, in your own ideas, and your own beliefs. But you're also avoiding to see something. Because like I always say, this woman is not trapped. Nothing is really tying her up or binding her. We'll see the rest of the cards. The High Priestess. I feel like you have to listen to your intuition. For some of you, you feel binded because you don't know where to go. That is the High Priestess. The High Priestess doesn't reveal everything. You feel like there's something being hidden from you. There's something that you don't know. And I feel like with the High Priestess, it's like you're not meant to know at this time. The High Priestess only reveals her answers when she feels you are ready. Not when you want to. And maybe that's why you're trapped. You feel trapped, but you're not really trapped. Also, the High Priestess is one of those cards that is a rhetorical question. You're asking for answers, and the High Priestess looks at you and tells you, you already know the answer. Why are you asking for an answer? You already know which way to go. You already know what you're supposed to do. And I feel with the 8 of Swords here, it's like you know, but you're not wanting to take action. You're not wanting to see. I'm being drawn to the blindfold there on the woman. And I feel like you're not wanting to see the path ahead for whatever reason, whether it is because you're scared of the unknown, you're scared of where you're heading, you're scared of what lies on the other side of the road or on the other side of your journey. But the High Priestess is saying, rely on your intuition, rely on your inner wisdom, rely on your intuition. Okay, rely on who you are, on what you know. Things may not be as clear to you, as laid out as how you would want them to be. But your intuition will not guide you astray, okay? Will not lead you down a wrong path, will not leave you hanging in some cliff. Your intuition will always lead you to where you need to be. We have Source. Such a beautiful card, the Ocean. And this is very much like the High Priestess, right? Stepping into this this vast ocean of not knowing where you're going. And it's scary, right? Like, you think of the ocean, it's so vast and we don't know it, right? We only discovered, I believe, I don't know how much of the ocean. There's so much yet undiscovered. And I feel like maybe that's what's keeping you here in the 8 of Swords energy. It's like you don't want to discover, or you don't want to dive in and like swim into the unconscious because you're scared of what you'll find. But Spirit here is telling you there's a reason why you need to go there. Okay, you will find what you need in the darkness. And I know sometimes that is so hard to believe, but it's very true. Sometimes the answers that we want are in our subconscious, are in those things that we fear or that we deemed bad, or things that we had just repressed in the past. And I feel like now you're going through that stage where it's like, okay, you need to take a look at that. You need to see, like, okay, what am I supposed to be learning? Why did I not want to look at it in the past? I feel like you're revisiting this. And let's see what this card is. The paradigm shift. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. So the paradigm shift card is a card about a shift, obviously. This is a mental shift. This is in your mind. This is your beliefs, your thoughts, what you think. And this card is telling you that, like how I said with the Eight of Swords, is you're in a moment where you don't know where you're going. You don't know who you are essentially anymore. You're going through a major shift. You're shedding things. You're shedding beliefs. You're shedding people. You're shedding memories. You're shedding wounds. You're shedding basically things that are limiting you in the Eight of Swords. Things that are holding you back. Whether this be fears, people, anything. And I feel like Spirit is saying you need to step beyond what is familiar to you. And I feel like that is why the ocean card is right underneath this. It's like you don't want to step into the ocean. You don't want to step into what's vast and unknown to you. But Spirit is saying if you stay where you are, you're always going to be feeling like this Eight of Swords energy. You're always going to be feeling lost. You're going to be feeling like you don't belong, like something's missing. So cut these ties, let these swords go, remove the blindfold, remove the veil, and step into the unknown. Step out of your comfort zone. And Spirit is saying, yeah, things are awkward right now. Very awkward. I'm feeling awkward for some reason. So things are awkward in your life. Things are not, like I said, not as easy and laid out for you. You don't have a map. You don't have a GPS that's guiding you where to go. The only GPS that you have is your intuition at this time. You have to trust that, and you have to believe in that and follow that wisdom within yourself to guide you out of this energy here and guide you through the ocean to land safely on safety lands, or on land, on whatever that saying goes, on safe land. I'm also hearing that some of you may be questioning the mass media. You're questioning what is being fed to you through the television, through the radio, through just even people around you, conversations around you. You seem to be questioning, like, do I believe what they're saying? Or do I think differently? And maybe that's why you're feeling stuck. Maybe that's why you feel like you're in this ocean, this deep ocean where you might feel like you're drowning because you don't know who you are anymore. You don't know what you believe anymore. It's like everything around you is changing. And Spirit is saying it's okay. It's an internal shift. It's something that you have to go through to become more of who you are. That's why I'm saying you're shedding these beliefs, these things, and it may come to you as simply as maybe you're questioning your religion. Maybe you're questioning your beliefs that you were brought up with, right? Maybe you're questioning what politics and things that are going on in life. And they're saying that by you questioning this, you're getting your sense of freedom. And that you don't need to fear this change. You don't need to fear this. You're becoming a free thinker. There you go. You're becoming a free thinker. You are no longer being limited or accepting what is being fed to you by social media, by the masses. You're no longer accepting it. Like, oh yeah, what they're saying is true. you're now like questioning it. You're like, okay, does that resonate with me? Do I really believe that? And Spirit is saying you're becoming a free thinker, and you should be happy for that. You should embrace that. Because, you know, it's sad to say, but it's true in society nowadays. We're all being fed this information, and people are accepting it. We're like zombies, and we need more free thinkers, right, in order to make a change in the world. Because if we all believe the same thing, there will be no change in the world, right? And this does not have to be a global thing. It could just be things in your life. If you're accepting what people are feeding you, and you're never questioning the beliefs or your life or anything, then how are you supposed to make changes in your life? It's always going to remain the same. And I feel like now you're questioning, and by you questioning, first you have to question, assimilate, and then the changes will come. And through this time, the only way to navigate through the ocean, your lighthouse, is your intuition at this time. And then as you go, if you follow your intuition, you will see that you will feel the change as very natural. And Spirit is saying, don't forget you're a natural swimmer, right? Even when we're in the womb, right? We're in the womb. We are in water. So Spirit is saying, why are you afraid to swim when you're a natural swimmer? Don't go against your own nature. That's what I'm hearing here. And they're also telling me to tell you that whenever you feel lost, whenever you feel like, okay, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know, I don't have what I need, go back to source. Go back to whomever it is that you believe in, whether this is God, the Ascended Masters, whatever it is. Just go back to source and talk to them. Like how you're talking to a best friend, and tell them, hey, you know what? This is what I'm going through. You don't have to be a professional prayer. You don't have to be very good with communication. Spirit knows, and they feel what's in your heart. You don't have to have this masterpiece of a prayer. Just say the words, help me, I feel lost. And Source will step in for you. Spirit will step in for you. That is what I am feeling for you guys. Just rely on your intuition while you're going through this shift that you're going through. Yes, it might be scary. You're shedding things, you're shedding people. But it's okay. You're becoming more of who you are. You are meant to think different. Relaxation. Yeah, just don't put pressure on yourself. Relax. Follow your intuition. Know that Spirit always has your back. Source is always there for you, providing you with what you need every step of the way. And honesty. Yes, while you're going through this change, be honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, guess what? You're going to find yourself again in the same scenario. Be honest with yourself. What do you really believe in? What don't you believe in? Be honest through this process. Because we don't want to repeat the cycle again. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this resonated. If it didn't, let it fly, let it go. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.